Yandy Smith is the subject of the breathtaking tale that is making the rounds online. Surprisingly, a private film that purports to show the hip-hop artist in a covered affair with her co-star Chris Johnson has gone viral. The same co-star with whom she has been working on her most recent film, The Love You Give, is featured in the Anything from Innocent video. The film depicts much more than just Yandy and fans are shocked by Chris' professional chemistry. The shocking part is that, while not being meant for general release, the movie has gone viral on social media. The repercussions have been Yandy's marriage to a man is in danger of failing, and the public can now evaluate her private life in its entirety. How did the public become aware of this? Conscious of this private time, is it the start of something much bigger, or was it a prelude? The drama is just beginning, and feelings are running hot as allegations are being made. What comes next? How will men DCs react to this awful betrayal? What will Yandy do? And who is responsible for the release of this dreadful video? The horrifying. Pay closely because the truth is about to be exposed. Yandy Smith is at the center of the latest entertainment business issue that is making news worldwide. Her recent role in the film The Love You Give was, instead of being a career-defining moment, it has become entangled in one of the most contentious issues of the year after a covered private film of Yandy and her co-star Chris Johnson went online. Has generated a lot of buzz on social media and a great deal of conjecture regarding her private life. This never-to-be-released film shows. This video, which depicts a passionate encounter between Chris and Yandy away from the cameras and the filming area, has caused a lot of speculation about the two. Maybe seen laughing passionately, sharing intimate jokes, and even appearing to kiss. Although the kiss may not seem like much to some, the two actors' chemistry is undeniable, and it has sparked rumors of a covert romance that, when the video went viral online, fans were completely taken aback. Many people's first reaction was shock. Yandy has always been considered a family-oriented celebrity who has built a solid reputation as a strong, independent lady and a devoted wife of means. Her roles on Love and hip-hop have contributed to the development of her public character over the years depicting. She is renowned for loving and supporting her husband Ben DCs, with whom she has children, and her fans are enamored with her, disbelieving everything they think they know about her because this video threatens to destroy that carefully crafted image. The video's release date is almost too important to ignore. In the weeks leading up to the controversy, Yandy had been posting pictures of herself and Meneses together on social media, giving the appearance of a perfect, contented family. Their family, with the video featuring Yandy and Chris, presents a whole new narrative that no one saw coming, leaving viewers bewildered. Viewers' opinions are split, and fans have reacted in various ways. Some fans swiftly disregard the video, claiming it is just a scene from the movie. They argue that Chris and Yandy's on-screen connection was entirely. Though some fans aren't really sure, they highlight how intimate the movie is, with Chris and Yandy seeming far more comfortable with each other than is appropriate. Given their professional ties, fans have even suggested that their relationship might be more complicated than it first seems. There are a ton of hypotheses and speculations about Yandy and Lynn's marriage on the internet. Have been tracking the highs and lows of their relationship for years. During their happier and more difficult times, their relationship was one of the most widely reported in the reality TV industry. But now, this shocking video is making everyone question everything. How could the woman who has openly supported her husband Yandy betray him in this way? Men DCs are said to. He has always been the more reticent of the two, rarely responding to rumors or engaging in public turmoil, but several close to him indicated that he was upset by the behind-the-scenes footage. According to sources, he is disturbed by what he saw and finds it difficult to trust Yandy, the woman he thought was so familiar. Men DCs are unsure whether or not their marriage won't survive this betrayal, and the film has caused a major rift between them. According to insiders, NBC has been distant ever since the tape was made public, and the two have gotten into heated arguments behind closed doors. People close to her say she is under pressure, even though she hasn't publicly replied to the video yet. Despite her habit of being the center of attention, this isn't the case. The video was originally meant to be private. Millions of people have seen the movie, and the damage done cannot be undone. Meanwhile, Yandy's co-star Chris Johnson is now in the crosshairs of this tale. He is also feeling the heat since people believe he released the tape. Despite the lack of concrete evidence linking him to the release of the footage, his intimate connection to the affair has infuriated. Public Chris has tried to maintain his innocence, but it's becoming harder to ignore the growing pressure. According to those close to him, he is receiving a ton of messages from fans asking for explanations, and he is finding it's challenging to deal with the fallout. The video continues to go viral as the days go by, and more fans are leaving comments about it. Some are quick to defend her, claiming that the video was really a nice moment amongst co-stars. Others are angry with Yandy for allegedly betraying her spouse. But one thing is for sure, Yandy's carefully manicured public persona is in serious jeopardy. The production team of Love You Gives is working feverishly to maintain order amidst this turmoil. The movie was expected to be one of the biggest releases of the year, but it's uncertain if it will ever be released due to the tragedy involving its lead actress. Although there has been speculation about delays and even reshoots, the producers are reportedly considering cutting portions of Yandy's scenes from the final version. Product. This would just lead to more controversy. Fans are already questioning the movie's veracity, with many worrying that the drama may now overshadow it. At the moment, things are deteriorating faster than anyone could have imagined. It seems like every new development makes things worse. People are speaking more while Yandy tries to remain silent. The longer she remains silent about the video, the more rumors circulate and fans grow increasingly irate. It's clear that her silence is making things worse. It's unclear what Yandy's future holds as the crisis intensifies. Developing, will she respond to the video by speaking out? Will she try to maintain her marriage to men? What about the film? Will the Love You Give be able to move past the scandal, or is this the end? Only time will tell. The secret affair between Yandy Smith and Chris Johnson is undoubtedly one of the most talked about scandals in recent memory. The issue surrounding Yandy Smith's covert romance with Chris Johnson is continuing, enduring, and the fallout from her private video continues to affect her. Supporters are split on whether to defend Yandy or condemn her for what many perceive to be a betrayal of her marriage to menaces. This story has definitely become one of the most explosive rumors in the entertainment sector, and then DC's is apparently struggling. The whispers are only becoming stronger, and the gossip mill is constantly at work, absorbing the shocking truths behind closed doors. Friends and family have expressed concerns about his handling of the matter. He has always been the one to keep his personal affairs private and shun the spotlight. Quiet, but he is shocked by this betrayal. People who know him well say that he is completely shocked by what Yandy has done. He has assisted her for. He must now, however, look at everything. Had they been there for her through good times and bad, and even endured her time away from home while she was filming Love and Hip Hop? Was their tie as strong as he thought it was? Genuinely care for one another? Men. DC has apparently had several emotional breakdowns in recent days. Behind the scenes, he has been talking to Yandy and trying to find solutions to the issues that have been troubling him. Despite being the professional, Yandy has been silent ever since the audio was made public. Sources claim that she has been dodging Mendes' attempts to address the issue by opting to remain silent rather than address the growing accusations, but her silence has just fueled the flames, and fans are growing more and more frustrated with her silence, searching for answers that they want them fast. The longer Yandy remains silent, the more rumors circulate, and admirers accuse her of trying to conceal the truth. Some even wonder whether Yandy is attempting to sever all connections with menaces in preparation for revealing her relationship with Chris Johnson. Yandy's carefully crafted public image as a loving mother and wife has been ruined. Her public declarations of love for NVCs and her are now seen with suspicion and derision, when before they were a sign of devotion and power. Posts are making her fans question their veracity. Could it all have been a front? Did the images of happy occasions and family vacations act as a chic facade for the real drama occurring behind closed doors? One of the couple's most shocking aspects is that this problem has divided its fan base. Some people have united in support of Yandy, claiming that the video was a mistake and that it is unjust to hold her responsible for a single incident. These advocates argue that everyone makes mistakes and that she should be forgiven. They claim that the kiss on the video was just a quick conversation between two actors who were filming a scene and were focused on. Although it has been stated that Yandy has always helped her family out of love, this doesn't change the good things she has done over the years. Some people think that. They argue that Yandy has betrayed them entirely and that she owes it to her fans, her children, and menaces to tell the truth about what happened. Some even think that there may have been more than a kiss between her and Chris Johnson, and they accuse her of lying about their relationship. Did they have a covert affair that lasted for months? Or was this a one-off mistake? Rumors grew the longer Yandy stays silent. The impact of the video has spread beyond men and Chris Johnson. Yandy's co-star is also coping with his own storm. Part in the video, people are berating him and accusing him of taking advantage of Yandy's vulnerability. They asked if he had any ulterior motives when he agreed to the role in the movie. Was this all part of a larger plan to approach Yandy, or was he simply having a passionate moment? Chris has tried to keep a low profile since the video went public, but the pressure is mounting from both his own fans and the media. Chris is allegedly feeling the pressure and being harassed for clarification, beginning to understand the extent of the damage caused by the video despite his best efforts to distance himself from the matter, he cannot dispute that he was involved in an incident that ruined Yandy's. According to insiders, Chris has been under a lot of pressure from the cast and crew of the movie Marriage Forever, who are desperately attempting to distance themselves from the event in an attempt to remove any remnants of the video from advertising materials, and they've even implied that more filming would be necessary to. But it's easier said than done. No amount of editing can save the film, repair the harm caused by the affair. Some supporters still hold out hope that Yandy and means to get through this difficult time. Despite the criticism, they believe that the couple's intimate bond will allow them to overcome this challenge and ultimately figure out how to move past the controversy. Meanwhile, some are less optimistic. They fear that Men's and Yandy's romance might end. One thing is certain as a result of this: their marriage may not be able to endure the pressure of public examination. Yandy's life will never be the same after all of this drama because everyone is now unsure of what is real and what isn't after the video showed them a side of her they hadn't expected to see. At this point, it seems like the only thing to do is to wait and see how the scandal plays out. Will Yandy and Meng split up or stay together? The controversy surrounding Yandy Smith's time will tell, but the covered affair is far from finished. The anxiety keeps rising as the hours go by. One said, Yandy, a representation of resilience and courage, is currently fighting to maintain her reputation in the face of severe critique. Her silence is leading admirers wondering, in addition to spreading rumors, what are her true intentions? Is she merely giving herself time to come to terms with her situation, or is she intending to quit the marriage to accept this massive loss of trust? But it seems like Mintz is approaching his own breaking point. He is clearly experiencing the psychological effects of witnessing his family being split apart by this dispute. He has long been known for his ability to handle adversity and maintain composure, but this time is different. Yandy's actions have never put him in the public eye before, and it's clear that the emotional toll of it is getting to be too much for him. Fans are anticipating this tragedy Sava's next phase, where this drama will continue with so much on the line. The questions are increasing and the answers are harder to find than ever. Will Yandy speak up? Will the Mind DCs have the strength to forgive her? Or is this one of Hollywood's most talked about collaborations going to come to an end? The world is undoubtedly watching Yandy Smith's life spiral into chaos, and the drama only gets worse. Increasing daily intensity, it's becoming clear that the fallout from the battle over the private. More individuals than just the main protagonists in this story are being impacted by the video of Chris Johnson and Yandy Smith. Behind the scenes, tensions are high, and what once seemed to be a private affair between Megs and Yandy has quickly transformed into a public spectacle that is dividing their entire fan base. Insiders claim that Meg's close circle, who have long been recognized for his composure, is asking close friends for help, but he is having a hard time accepting the betrayal. According to insiders, Mez has been talking to people he trusts about his sentiments of hurt and confusion. Those closest to him are just as confused by the circumstances as he is, and he has been asking questions for which nobody seems to have the answers. He clearly didn't expect this, which is what makes it more heartbreaking. How could the woman he has supported and loved for years have allowed? Friends and relatives who have known Menzies for years claim that she is dragged into something similar, are concerned about his mental health since he has never been this vulnerable and under so much stress. Of this controversy is beginning to wear him down, as he has reportedly been unable to focusing on anything else. And some others worry that this would affect his job. Steady public presence, NBC is renowned for his contributions to the music business and his prior work on love and hip-hop. But it's unclear how this would impact his future pursuits, given how his personal life is now steeping into his professional life. The emotional gap between Yandy and Males is one of the worst aspects of the repercussions is that both parties appear to be withdrawing into quiet as the weeks go by, and it appears that communication is becoming worse. Sources claim Yandy has been evading more attention by keeping a low profile and staying out of the spotlight as much as possible, despite the fact that her team has been working hard to manage her reputation and cope with the negative news. Even though it seems like the harm has already been done, her fans begin to question her motives the more she conceals information from the public. Yandy has occasionally made references to the. Despite her silence, the controversy has taken a toll on her emotions. Posted cryptic messages on social media about the need of finding strength and reflecting on oneself from time to time. Despite their ambiguity, these teachings have encouraged people during difficult times. Reports that Yandy is currently going through a phase of life and self-discovery. Re-evaluation supporters are wondering if this means Yandy is considering. Nobody knows for sure whether she is trying to make sense of what has happened or whether she is breaking up with men. Yandy employees have been working harder to guide the discussion, informing reporters that she is attempting to move forward and centered on her family, but some who believe she has been duped by. These comments seem to be insufficient given her behavior. The public's opinion of Yandy has been devastated by her new, secretive, distant, and aloof side. Despite her established reputation as a loving mother and wife, people who once held Yandy in high regard are now wondering if they were wrong about her altogether. The co-star at the heart of the dispute, Chris Johnson, is coping with. Despite his best attempts to keep a low profile, he is dealing with his own issues in the middle of all of this commotion. Couldn't avoid the media frenzy about his relationship with Yandy. Fans have flooded his social media pages with accusations that he is trying to take advantage of the situation and, to ruin Yandy's marriage, Chris is reportedly carrying the burden of the public's disapproval as the strain on him grows, and Yandy stows production business first. To her, and Crest is attempting to limit the harm in an effort to distance themselves from the problem and stop additional negative publicity. They have been working in the background, according to insiders, and they have considered changing the marketing plan for the movie and perhaps even reshooting some scenes, but it's unclear how much. Additionally, because of this controversy, Chris has only made a couple brief statements denying any malice and mainly keeping quiet about the issue. But even these claims come up in light of the overwhelming evidence against him. According to some accounts, Yandy is the subject of a potential cover-up attempt that is taking place behind the scenes. Staff members are working hard to conceal the dispute in an attempt to change public perception and eliminate any supporting documentation. Insiders claim that they have gotten in touch with particular media outlets over the footage and promised them exclusive scoops in exchange for less coverage of the conflict. Nonetheless, the more they try to control the narrative, the more out of control the situation gets. It's becoming clearer that nothing can undo the damage that has been done, and any attempt to repair Yandy's reputation only helps to make matters worse. A growing distance is forming between her and Yandy. Due to the situation, some of her pals have thrown their support and encouragement into her inner group. Rumor has it that some of her most ardent followers are beginning to question her, while others have been more critical. One family member claims that Yandy's activities have destroyed their capacity to support her moving forward. Her relationships with menaces and those who have always supported her, the insider said, she feels to have lost her path. She used to be a role model and someone that people looked forward to, but now, just another well-known individual involved in a dispute. Additionally, the couple's kids are enduring the emotional toll. Sources claim that Yandy's and Nancy's kids are now dealing with this problem, and it's clear that the continuous media attention is destroying their family life. That despite NBC's purported efforts to shield the children from the stress, they are nonetheless susceptible to it. Worst of all, viewers have spent years watching the once happy home on television, but now it's a stressful environment. And anxiety, the family's closest members are worried about how the kids will respond to the damage to their parents' relationship and how this incident would affect them in the long run. According to rumors, Yandy is focusing on her work-related endeavors to salvage her career in an attempt to divert attention. Her staff is promoting her other initiatives and doing all in their power to keep her in the public eye following the video fiasco. Despite the fact that this strategy might be helpful, her personal life is in chaos. Maintain a certain amount of public awareness, even though Yandy has been spotted attending events and working on new projects. Evident that she is no longer the confident, composed woman she once was. Whenever she appears in public, there's a sense of unease, as like she's hiding her internal conflict behind a mask more. As the weeks pass, details about the real film become available. Recent reports indicate that the movie was not an isolated incident, but rather a part of Chris and Yandy's ongoing infatuation, According to insiders, they might have shared a closer bond that went beyond their work-related limitations. Fans are. After this announcement, which startled the media, some people are now questioning whether Yandy and Mint's marriage was ever truly stable. Query if there were any signs of their relationship's issues other than the video, or if. It seems like new surprises and twists are being unveiled every day. Therefore, the drama is far from none. The audience is captivated by each new discovery, while Chris Johnson and Yandy Smith are all caught up in a web of lies. Betrayal and pain. As the issue progresses, it's unclear what the futures of these three individuals hold, but one thing is certain: Chris Johnson's life will never be the same. As the story draws its conclusion, Yandy Smith and Mengs continue to crumble under the weight of public scrutiny. Climax because everyone is observing them at every turn, the tension is high. Every move Yandy makes feels like a battle against her past actions. She must confront the harsh truth of her decisions as more individuals keep pointing the finger at her Mengs, who are currently at a crossroads and unsure whether his marriage can survive this public controversy. Tensions between Yandy and Nails have intensified to the point of collapse behind closed doors. The couple's formerly solid relationship is now in shambles. People close to them claim that the two are having problems speaking effectively following their one-on-one. Unbreakable love was broken, and Mengs is reportedly very offended by Wendy's actions and how she handled the situation. Many people think Yandy hasn't displayed any. He no longer has space because of his repentance, which has only made the men VCs more irate at her, and he finds it increasingly difficult to imagine a future with her. Insiders say Mengs has started to think about his decisions and assess the value of fighting for a marriage that now appears to have been based on deceit. It appears that Men DC's biggest priorities are their children and the impact the drama is having on them. Despite the fact that everything is happening so openly, he is doing everything he can to protect them from the pandemonium. Becoming more difficult as the scandal continues to dominate the press, he is currently fighting to shield his family from the unfavorable remarks and to preserve his remaining dignity in addition to maintaining his marriage. In the meantime, Yandy's reputation is in jeopardy because the scandal still haunts her. Even as she made every effort to deflect attention with new projects and appearances as large corporations and sponsors begin to turn away from her, putting her once prosperous career in jeopardy. Fans are also divided. People no longer view Yandy as the role model they formerly looked up to because they feel duped, while others maintain their support for her because they believe she deserves another opportunity. No amount of media manipulation should. Chris Johnson is facing the repercussions of his inability to reverse the permanent shift in the public's perception of his behavior. Outrage has erupted online due to the private video. He shows up with a large following who accuse him of taking advantage of Yandy's vulnerability. Chris has tried to maintain a low profile, but according to some, it's becoming more difficult to avoid the criticism. Close to him, he is experiencing the stress of the situation and is really considering his future in show business. His career, which once appeared to be on the brink of triumph, is now in jeopardy, and the company might put him on a blacklist. It was initially intended to be a private time. The video has now turned into a contentious issue that could destroy a person's career. The impact this dispute is having on Mengs and Yandy's children. However, insiders claim that the couple's children continue to experience the largest shockwave, are finding it difficult to cope with the extended media attention and the strain it is placing on their families' relationships. Those close to the marriage claim that the children are distressed and confused by the situation and are unable to understand what is happening around them. Their entire universe has been turned upside down, despite the fact that their formerly ideal family life is now history, and DC is doing everything in its power to shield them from the worst of it. Nobody can foresee the future. The fallout from the video has also led to given a lot of speculation over the true nature of Chris and Yandy's relationship. Many are currently pondering whether their relationship was more complicated than it initially seemed. Many individuals are not persuaded despite Yandy's has denied dating Chris, despite some insiders claiming that the two were far more intimate compared to how Yandy has portrayed them, and some even speculate that they may have had a covert relationship earlier. Since the release of the video, fans have been anxious to learn more about this dispute, which has surely resulted in more questions than answers as the investigation into the video leak continues. Additional details are emerging. According to sources, the video was a continuation of the series rather than an isolated incident. Relationship that Yandy and Chris kept hidden from the public according to insiders. The video was simply the start of the relationship, which was kept under wraps for several months. Some even claimed that even though Yandy and Chris had originally planning to make their relationship public, the film release has forced them to deal with the fallout far sooner than they expected. There would be a catch. But according to recent reports, the footage that was intentionally made public, according to some reports, Chris Johnson may have been the one who leaked the movie, attempting to capitalize on the media craze. However, this hasn't been confirmed yet. The idea has generated a lot of the media should this turn out to be true. The whole dispute was a part of a carefully thought out plan to increase Chris and Yandy's public visibility. Without a short, this would change the course of events and cast a shadow over everything that has happened. According to rumors, Yandy has been trying to salvage what's left of her personal and professional lives since the video leak. She has been working with her public relations staff to handle the story, but it is becoming much more challenging. More than she had imagined, even though she has tried her hardest to limit the damage. She is unable to escape the negative publicity brought about by fans and the media. Her reputation is being further harmed, and the matter seems to be getting worse every day. Mintz is also at fault. Her reputation is being more harmed and things are growing worse every day. Mintz must pick up the pieces of his fractured world. The formerly self-assured man is now questioning every aspect of his marriage, despite the fact that he is making it. In an attempt to maintain some semblance of normalcy for the sake of their children, his relationship with Yandy has been destroyed beyond repair, and it's clear that nothing will ever be the same. It's clear that Yandy's marriage is in ruins, and it's uncertain if they'll be able to rebuild the lost trust. The dispute between Yandy and Chris Johnson Mintz is still ongoing. Fans are left breathlessly waiting to see how everything will turn out, because it consistently makes news. When details become public, will Yandy and Mendy be able to mend their damaged marriage? Chris Johnson's career may benefit from controversy in the future, but one thing is certain. Fans are in such shock that these three people's lives will never be the same. Shock at the dramatic and explosive events involving Chris Johnson, Menzies, and Yandy Smith. There are still a lot of unexpected turns in this affair, and everyone is wondering how it will end. What do you think will happen next, during the novel's shocking disclosures and cruel betrayals? Is there any chance that Yandy and Mendy's tense relationship can be resolved, or is their marriage irreparably ruined? Will Chris Johnson ever cleanse his name, or is his career doomed? You can sense the tension, and we'd like to hear your thoughts. Please leave your thoughts in the space provided below. Do you believe that? Was this all a marketing stunt, or did Chris and Yandy have a secret romance all along? Stunt, is there more to this scenario than meets the eye? Or are guys being unjustly accused? We respect your opinions and would want to hear them if you would like. The video and found this story to be as shocking as we did. Please remember to hit the like button for more updates. Please subscribe to our channel for updates on this story and other celebrity dramas. You won't want to miss this unfolding next stage of the narrative. To be the first to know when we provide the most recent startling details, make sure you click the notification bell. Remember that this drama is only getting started, and the world is observing. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more interesting celebrity news in future.